guys, we're back in Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20 today, which says, "Whoever walks with the wise will become wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm." We're talking about friends today, friendships, companions, the fellowship, the company that you keep. And the Bible tells us that the kind of people you hang out with tells you the kind of person you're going to become, because this stuff rubs off. The world knows this. This is not uncommon knowledge. It's why it's in the Bible. We might say it like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. The people you hang out with are going to have an effect on you, for better or worse, depending on the situation. And we know this. This is why when we get into our jobs and our careers, oftentimes we'll have an internship, or we'll have an apprenticeship, or there will be even just a mentoring program for you to be around somebody who's done it, and hopefully done it well, so that it rubs off on you, so that you learn the ropes of the game, you learn the character of how you ought to be in the job, you learn the little tricks that maybe you wouldn't learn in school. It's important. And it's important that you get around the right kind of person. Because if you're around the people in the job that are doing well, that are holding a good attitude, that go above and beyond, that's going to rub off on you. But if you hang around the guys at the office that are grumbling and complaining all the time, that turn in work at the last second, if they turn it in at all, they've got bad attitudes and bad marriages, that's all going to rub off on you too. And we know this is the case. And this is why we ought to leverage this principle for our good. Whoever walks with the wise will become wise. If you want to become a great musician, spend time with great musicians. If you want to become a great writer, if you want to become great at anything, hang around somebody who does it well, or even virtually, through the internet or through a book or something like that, to be around them. And we can apply this especially to our Christian lives, that we ought to be around people in the church who can help us follow Jesus closer. Hebrews 10:25 very famously tells us not to neglect to meet together, as is the habit of some, but all the more as you see the day approaching. The church exists, among other reasons, to help make disciples, for you to be around godly people that are going to lead you in the right direction, that their attitude will rub off on you, that they'll be able to instruct you and help you, that you'll have a place where you're not on the defense all the time and you can focus on yourself. That's what a good church is for, and it's what the church is supposed to be. Hanging around wise people so that you too may become wise. Now, the converse of this is to be the companion of fools. You can hang around people that are foolish, and you yourself will become more foolish. You can be hanging around people that maybe are into the thing that you're into, but they don't put in the time, they don't put in the effort, they have nothing to do but critique others that are doing it a different way. They maybe feel really proud about themselves for not participating in a rigged game or something stupid like that, and that's going to affect you. This is why 1 Corinthians 6:14 tells us not to be unequally yoked with unbelievers. If you yoke yourself, you hitch yourself up, you connect with unbelievers in a way that goes beyond just socialization or beyond the normal encounter in the job, but they become an intimate partner with you, then that's going to have an effect on you. Your Christian life will begin to drain and will begin to be less important to you. And you might say, that doesn't sound fair, that's not the way it works. I can tell you this is the way it works. The first sign of anybody backsliding that I've come to look for is when they stop attending church. They stop calling folks at the church. They stop listening to the messages. They stop talking about Jesus. Meanwhile, they're having all kinds of fun with their friends that don't go to church, that don't love God. Maybe they found something that was in their past that they gave up, but they want to go and dabble in again. And these people are not helping them follow Jesus. And then before too long, they say things like, well, I don't need to go to church to be a Christian. And it's like, yeah, you don't need to run with the herd to be an antelope either, but it's not a good idea. So when you walk with the fools, you become foolish. You're hanging around with dope heads, you're going to start smoking dope. You hang around with people that can't hold down a job, you're going to take on that bad attitude. You hang out with people whose marriages are always in pieces and their relationships are no good, you're not going to learn anything good. But what you ought to do is leverage this fact to put yourself around the people that you want to become, that God wants you to become. This is why I love going to pastors' conferences. Because when I was younger and I wasn't a pastor yet, but I knew I was headed that way, I loved being around these guys who were already there, who thought it was great to be a pastor, who were giving good advice to one another. I was watching them wrestle with it, and I just loved being in the room, Like, this is the kind of people that I want to be around. And that helped me a ton because I was hanging around with wise people and I became wise, or at least I'm becoming wise. We'll see how it pans out in the end. But guys, choose your friends carefully. Don't pick them just based on how fun they are. Pick them based on how well they're going to help you and improve your life and improve the state of your soul. You might still have a couple foolish friends that you've known forever and that you love, but you need to make sure that you're not giving them too much say in your life. God bless y'all. Have a great one.